This is the physical execution segment of your training today. We have found it important in our live trainings to review some foundational exercises before we get further into the recipe of total body Tabata and the exercises in our workout today. Autumn is first going to show you the squat. She's going to get into squat stance with her feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit of turnout in the legs, abs are braced. She's going to squat down, keeping her knees bracing outward in line with her toes. You can think about your feet trying to split apart while you go down to keep that tension in the leg and glute muscles. Her chest is up, and she's not tipping too far forward at the hip. Notice the angle of her spine and her shins are parallel as she goes down. Her knees do not go past her toes. Chest is up, shoulders are down, eyes are forward. Thank you. She can also go into a wider stance to allow for the glutes to do more work. So taking the feet out a little bit wider, your glutes will work more during the squat than your quads. Next, Autumn is going to show you the lunge. What we like to suggest to members, if they're not sure how far apart their legs are going to be during a lunge, that they get into a 90-90 position down on the floor. The front knee is right over the ankle, creating a 90-degree angle at the back of the knee, and the back knee is right under the back hip. From here, Autumn tucks her toes and she stands up, and that's how far apart her legs are going to stay during the lunge. Go ahead and lunge down, Autumn. This way, her knee stays right over her ankle, and she's trying not to transfer the knee too far forward. A little bit of transference is okay, but we do not want the knee to go past the shoelace zone on lunges. Chest is up, and shoulders are right over the hip. We also will be demonstrating a split squat, and that is with the feet a little bit closer together. There is a tip at the hip, so it's almost like a single leg squat as she goes down. Yes, a little more active. During some of our moves, you will see this split squat. Next, let's talk about the push-up. Great full body move to get you fitter faster. Autumn's going to start with our layer 1 push-up, and you'll hear more about layers during the next part of our workout where we talk about the recipe. Her hands are wider than her shoulders, elbows going out over the wrists. Her shoulders stop at elbow height. They don't go lower than that on this standard or military push-up. Autumn showing level 1 or layer 1, where her knees are right under her hips. This puts less load onto the front of the body, and it's a easier push-up for beginners and non-exercisers to start with. From there, she walks forward, bringing her hips into a knee plank, and it goes right into the same great alignment. Her abs are braced, her back is long, her head is up, and her chin is in. Very important to cue the head-neck alignment during the workout. And finally, layer 3, although there are about 5 more push-up layers that you can do, is the full push-up from the toes. Looks great, doesn't it? All right, come on up, Autumn. Dead row, using dumbbells, or you can use a barbell. We like to use dumbbells in our TBT classes. Autumn's going to tip at the hip, slide the dumbbells very close to her thighs, down to her knee height, keeping her back straight and her abs in and her chin in slightly so she's not looking up as she goes down into the dead row. Then she takes the elbows up toward the ceiling, pulling the shoulder blades together, contracting through her lats, and goes back down to the knees and stands up. Sometimes we do a single dead row, sometimes we do a triple, sometimes we do 7, depends on the workout. Let's see that one more time, dead row. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also do a wide dead row. Take it down, elbows go out wide, back to the knees, stand up. She's keeping her knees soft during the movement, but it is not a squat. All right, bicep curl. Perfect transition. Just got those dumbbells. You're going to bring the dumbbells up toward the shoulder line, keeping the elbows right under the shoulder. I'm going to take the side view here, trying not to let the elbows get behind the shoulder. This puts a lot of strain on the front of the shoulder and the bicep tendon. Smooth and controlled, taking it all the way down. There are times when we will do pulses in the bottom half range, going up halfway, and also the top half range. I'd like to also have Autumn demonstrate the hammer curl, because you're going to see that in both our workouts today. Bringing the dumbbells straight up toward the shoulders, palms face in. Hammer curl. Now we're going to go into the tricep dip. Autumn sits next to the step. Her hands are right by her hips, and she slides her hips off the step, keeping her hips very close to the edge of the step, chest up, shoulder blades together, feet slightly in front of the knees, pressing through the palms into the edge of the step, lowering her hips down by taking her elbows straight back. This can be a difficult exercise for lots of people. An option is to sit on top of the bench and do the modification. That's correct. This is a great option, or layer 1 for the dip. A layer 3 on the dip would be extending one leg out in front, or adding a plate to your lap for extra resistance. And lastly, the mountain climber. We like to use felt with our mountain climbers. Autumn is going to show you both. This is our mountain climber with felt. She goes into a full body plank and slides one knee at a time in and out. In a reciprocating move, you can get quite quick on this, getting an aerobic workout and also a great ab and quad and hip flexor workout. If your participant is having a difficult time doing this on their hands, they can also do the mountain climber with their forearms on a bench or a mat.